Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining Splunk SBM and Redington session. We hope we will provide you all the informations required. You can go to the Q&A button on the left and post all your questions there. At the end of the session, we will answer all your queries. We are going to have an interesting session with Splunk and SBM team. The topic for the webinar is on security operations in a rapidly changing environment. And the speakers for this session, Ayman Mahrous, the Director Cybersecurity Services in SBM, and Rami Karaja, the Regional Channel Manager in Splunk. They will give you a brief about Splunk and SBM. Then Dimitris Lambrou, the Senior Partner Technical Manager in Splunk. And finally, Musab Hamid, the Cybersecurity Services Lead in SBM. Please note that at the end of the session and after answering all your queries, we will run a short quiz and there will be 3 winners. So Ayman, over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Rafda, and let me thank everybody for joining this session. Okay. Let me introduce myself. I'm Ayman Laisa, the Cybersecurity Director for in SBM. First of all, also let me already identify the relation with Splunk. Splunk is our elite partner. We start working from Splunk since 2018 to provide the customers end-to-end solution and to provide them a full operations framework. This event will be focusing exactly about the operations, since the challenge nowadays is how to operate and how to write placement and write management for the product itself. Always, I believe that the real challenge is for the cybersecurity analyst, because he must understand how to use the tools and how to translate the informations from technical or machine language to language which another administrator can use it to close the gap. And it is the big challenge. We are focusing here in SBM to provide our client SOC services, Security Operations Center Management. We have 2 centers, one in Riyadh and one in Hassa. Our focusing and our different than others that we are providing customized solution when customer connect with us. So we are customizing their SLA use cases to match their business. So thank you everybody for joining, and I am sure Musab and Dimitri will give more details about the managing services and the operations, okay? And already our team ready to support in any time, and the Splunk team also. Thank you everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ayman. Good morning, gentlemen and lady. Thanks a lot for attending this session, and I want to also add to what Ayman is saying. My name is Rami Karaja. I'm the Regional Channel Manager covering Middle East for Splunk, and one of my focus territories, of course, is the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. As a channel system, we work with very limited partners due to the complexity of the product itself and the solution. And that's why we need partners that understand the capabilities and how to expand with the Splunk platform. This is one of the reasons that we work with limited partners, and SBM is our top partner in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And adding to the fact that the MSS is a very hot topic nowadays in the region, this is also the other reason that we're doing this event, to cover the synergy that we have with SBM in covering the Saudi market. MSS is a very technically a little bit difficult technology and solution, and that's why choosing the right partner to drive Splunk MSS is very important. And SBM are doing a great job for us so far, and we are covering the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia with them, and they're being the top partner. On the other side to that is we have a sales organization that is also covering the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, that is led by a gentleman called Panos Semitokoulos. He's the regional sales director based out of the office in Dubai. We have 4 regional sales managers covering the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, each one in different domain and different vertical, very senior guys that are based between, of course, on the flight between Dubai and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Those are the few words I wanted to mention on the relationship. And if you need anything, please reach out to our partner SBM, and I'm here also from my side, here available to help you in anything you require. Over to you, Dimitris.
Thank you, Rami. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. So my name is Dimitris Lambro, and I'm a partner technical manager for Splunk. Once again, I wanted to thank SBM and Redington for helping us to put this together, and especially SBM has helped us a lot during the last few months, as they are the people on the ground and they have amazing capabilities, and there is a lot of trust between us in order to deliver solutions to our customers. And it's very, very important, especially during these circumstances, that we have capable partners on the ground. And once again, thank you to the SBM guys for all their investment and hard work. So today, what I'd like to do is have a more general discussion about what we've been seeing across the business landscape over the last couple of months, given the global epidemic, and the most common ways as we see as Splunk helping our customers to make it through this and be even stronger on the other side. Before we begin, just quickly note that while we may talk about products and features that may become available in the future, you should base your purchasing decisions on the most current available technology. This is a standard part of every presentation we do in Splunk. So as a quick overview, if you're not familiar with Splunk, so our aim is to basically empower everyone with data. That's all we do, dealing with data and making it available to everyone anywhere. Today we have thousands of customers, including 91 of the Fortune 100, and they rely on our Data to Everything platform to empower their IT, DevOps, and security teams to bring data to every question, decision, and action they make. We've seen incredible growth since our founding, with over 2.3 billion in revenue last year, and we keep on getting consistent recognition from the analyst community, like Gartner and IDC. So what we see across our customers is that the current global situation has accelerated change in an unprecedented pace. And in particular, we see 5 key areas taking center stage. So first, we'll talk a bit about remote work. So in recent years, many organizations have really started anyway to have more flexible remote policies and hire more distributed workforces. Now, with COVID-19 situation, this has drastically accelerated this change. And from what we see, this trend is here to stay. A recent Gartner survey, for example, showed that 74 of CFOs out there, they expect to see some workers remote permanently. So this new remote work brings also new challenges, because we're not used to working in that way. So a lot of questions like, how do you support workforce productivity? How can we ensure their workforce home environments are secure? Because now they're outside of the enterprise, and sometimes the controls that the enterprise has done a lot of investment to provide, they're not available outside the enterprise premises. So these are some challenges that we'll see how we manage, and also with the help of managed security service providers like SBM. We also see an increased stress on business systems, from retailers to banks, government agencies, you name it. A lot of stories about frustrated consumers trying to get, unemployment benefits, complete a purchase. So there's quite a lot of complaints and frustrated consumers out there. And organizations need to keep pushing to ensure that their critical systems are performant, they're optimized, scalable, and secure. And it's not about existing business systems. Consumers with this situation and businesses now are demanding new types of digital interactions. The old way of interacting, whether for business or entertainment, is not the same. Things have changed. So CTOs now are pushing more their development teams and their IT teams to rapidly build new applications, and so that they can serve the changing needs of the market and they can stay ahead. Now, while most organizations have been expanding rapidly to the cloud, the current situation has actually reignited this conversation, and teams across the business are thinking about how to prepare for this shift in a world where capital may not flow as freely and the ability to maintain a physical presence is harder. So finally, like most organizations, I imagine you have also renewed emphasis on understanding how to control costs and only invest in the areas that have the greatest and immediate return on investment. And these are the 5 trends that we see. And as you notice, they're not just technology or security problems. These are board level concerns. Now, as you might expect, data shows that companies that prioritize operationalizing their data see transformative outcomes. And this is where we see that the true value of Splunk comes in. Now, from some research, again, we see that data innovators, they experience a 12% increase in annual gross profit, 10 times more likely to generate more than 20% of their revenue from new offerings, and meet or exceed their customer retention targets 97% of the time. So while most know that it's critically important to use their data to drive their business, the vast majority still struggle to do so. Why is that? That's because simply turning real-time data into action is not that easy, especially as we have hybrid and cloud environments getting more complex and more custom data sources coming into the picture. We create data lakes, integrating, working across countless systems, creating massive data volumes, and at the same time navigating the complex web of tools that are around, designed to aggregate, monitor, and analyze this data for specific needs across the organization. But even with massive budgets and teams, this is increasingly different to make headway. So this is why many of the promises of both big data and the efficiencies of the cloud just haven't been realized. And we believe there is a better way to do things. So this is why at Splunk we've created the world's first data to everything platform, as we call it, and it is designed to remove the barriers between data and action, and people then can just focus on their business and turn data into doing in near real time. So when we say everything, we mean that we are here to bring data to every question, every decision, and every action. In short, we want to bring data to every business outcome that an organization may have. And the most important for us is to help the world be able to act on their data. And this is because you can't act on your data without context. And that's why we offer solutions to help investigate, monitor, analyze, and act on your data in one place. So multiple use cases, single platform, and we have some main features that we are always promoting and developing and innovating, which is any structure, and can be any data from the highly structured ones to the completely unstructured ones, any source. As you know, our world is full of things generating data across the business, and it's critically important to be able to analyze anything that we can get our hands on. And of course, any time scale. So whether it is data streaming in real time or looking back in years, we want to be able to provide you the capability to analyze all of your data in just one place. And Splunk is the solution designed to handle all of these data challenges and bring you database decisions and actions to everything. Now, We also deliver innovation, fast time to value, and adaptability to make sure that when your environment changes, you can also change along in a very fast way, an easy way. And this is, we will see later on how we manage to do this with this unprecedented change. So we know that, you know, in an environment, every investment of money and effort or time has to be met with specific return on investment. And we've looked along our thousands of customers, and we found some benchmarks for the outcomes they are experiencing, like mitigating risk to accelerating revenue, or repurposing the staff to highest return areas. And we know that this is just scratching the surface of potential value of taking data to everything. So the number one question we went out when talking with our customers is, how do we respond responsibly and rapidly to this new situation? And both of these words are very important, because, you know, if we don't do it the right way, there is a good possibility that this restart will go in the wrong way. And we have to do it responsibly, because there is humans involved and the health conditions of a lot of people. So we don't need to jump into making decisions. Every decision has to be planned and be made in a more strategic way. So asking our customers how they respond, we see basically the following four main categories. One is remote working, business continuity, very, very important. Businesses suddenly had to change the way they work, and we'll see how SBM also has rapidly adopted to this new way of working. We have to innovate faster, and a lot of acceleration when it comes to cloud adoption. But we have to do it with confidence, because it's something relatively new that a lot of the organizations are not that familiar with. So we might be opening your organization to new attack vectors, security risks that you're not used to from before. So Global Restart is an internal initiative that we started within Splunk when this situation started evolving, and it's all about balancing the employee health and the safety along with business continuity. And this is where we actually built an internal innovation team that their main mission was to see how they can help our customers to overcome the challenges that they have during these periods. So back in March, this innovation team came together, and they, as we said, they started talking with our customers, mostly C-level executives from large corporations. And the goal was to identify what are the parameters and the restrictions that these leaders were under, to try to find a common pathway to support the challenges they were facing. And they all recognize the value, the perception of their business depends on how they plan and they respond and communicate about their employee safety plans and metrics. And they were, a lot of them, in situation of bringing employees back with a budget freeze, and innovation team had to work and deliver multiple solutions to our customers, covering their different and varying needs. And we have also another team within Splunk. It's called Splunk for Good, which they do use Splunk for interest of public. And one of the first things we did is we provided, for example, dashboard available publicly that monitors the outbreak, and it provides insights on infection rates, etc. We came up with remote work insight solution, the workplace insights, which we'll talk a bit about later, and it's actually my favorite one. And of course, a lot of security use cases related to COVID-19. And our research team has been working the last few months a lot to address all the challenges, which is mostly related to moving to cloud infrastructure with confidence and all the cyber attacks related to COVID-19. and of course existing coverage of the monitoring infrastructure on hybrid environments. So one of the customers responding to current COVID-19 crisis, a lot of them, they're moving their employees to remote work. And we made available a solution called Remote Work Insights to help monitor and secure their remote workforce. And RWI provides real-time visibility across multiple disparate systems, such as Microsoft 365 and cloud-based collaboration platforms. And it lets IT and security teams to manage this application and monitoring business performance from remote locations while providing executive stakeholders views into critical business operations and employee productivity, because now things have changed a lot. So the old traditional processes that they had in place to monitor these kind of things are not valid anymore. We also provide RWI as a free 90-day trial on our own Splunk cloud. Now, as more of our work moves online, we need to empower the front line of incident responders, and it's very, very critical that than ever that we've observed with our customers that are able to respond to incidents 65 to 90% times faster. With the platform that we have, VictorOps, in collaboration with our mobile app for Splunk, incident workers are able to respond very fast by leveraging also machine learning capability to minimize the alert fatigue that you would normally have. So we gather all the related alerts and incidents and try to prioritize based on machine learning in order to just allow them to focus on what is important for the business and respond faster. And at the same time, they don't have to go to any office. They just have everything available in their hands. Now, as the threats against enterprises evolve, there is a lot of compliance also mandates that are becoming more stringent, and cloud environments now become more complex and diverse. And we know, and we've seen from many of our customers, they don't just use one cloud provider. They might have a hybrid approach. So they might use 1, 2, or even 3 different cloud providers from the well-known ones. They might have private clouds. So the complexity of this hybrid infrastructure becomes increasingly worrying, and they needed a way to be able to have confidence in what's going on with their infrastructure, regardless where it is running. And they have the same metrics and the same incident processes that they had before. So they know whenever an incident happens, they don't have to worry to look into a dozen point solutions to identify the problem and the root cause. And they can see also the correlation between their, for example, cloud infrastructure and maybe on-prem infrastructure related issues. So this move has made it more difficult, and this is how, with the Splunk solution, we help the SOC teams operationalize data across the multi-cloud environments for enhanced visibility. Now, another thing where we all know is the importance of digital channels. It was there before, but now it has become really a part of our business continuity, because that's primarily the only way almost that our customers or the organization customers are able to interact with our business. So these systems were not necessarily designed to handle the types of surges in demand that we've seen today. Maybe there were some organizations that they were managing surges during, for example, Black Friday or specific dates that they would anticipate a large number of consumers coming and asking their services or their products, but that was just to accommodate spikes. What we've seen with the new situation is that suddenly, because everyone moved to online, then suddenly you have these surges becoming continuous, and our systems are not meant to work that way. So it has become increasingly important to be able to use better systems like Splunk IT Service Intelligence that is powered by machine learning to decrease the event noise and predict future degradation. So you can identify services that are likely to degrade and proactively remediate it before they impact the business. Also, they provide you the ability to be able to rapidly drill into and identify the root cause, which is very, very important to get back to online. Now, we also introduced something called Workplace Insights. This happened to a few of our big customers, and this is actually one of my favorite ones. And it is developed part of the Global Restart campaign. So we engage with our customers to build a decision-making system for allowing them to get back to business by opening physical facilities in a responsible and controlled manner, as we said. And this has started working even from like the first month of the epidemic. They started thinking, some of the leaders of the organizations, okay, so when this goes down, how are we going to go slowly getting back to normal? And this is a proactive kind of approach on how to monitor the situation. And this is a perfect example for the Splunk platform, where you leverage data sources from multiple data sources such as RFID, Wi-Fi data, physical access systems. We even did surveillance camera feeds with AI computer vision, global and local COVID-19 statistics, geolocation data, health screening data from the employees. And we enable our customers to make informed decisions based on this system and strategize their operations and facilities management based on insights provided by correlating all this data together, and with the objective to minimize the risk of further infections and or minimize the business impact. And the last thing we really want to do is to try to do a restart in our global economy and then suddenly find ourselves again that we have to stop. So we need to do it in a proper way and responsibly. So what we ended up doing is we designed a system and physical location dashboards and alerts showing areas with high risks on multi-site campus areas. So these are organizations that have more than one facilities that they are covering, usually in a campus area. And we monitor the status of the employee movement, their activities. We have an incident investigator that is able to track potentially risky users and assess the potential impact once a confirmed case is discovered that will have to the rest of the workforce, employee health monitoring, and a lot more. We utilize machine learning heavily in this one, and we can correlate patterns, for example, of behavior that may elevate the risk of potential infections due to not adhering to social distancing guidelines, for example, and even take into consideration the facility's safe capacity limits. For example, when the system sees that there is increased traffic in a room that can only accommodate, for example, 5 people, then this is something that gets triggered within the machine learning model, and at the same time, how many people are moving in and out from different locations, what they do, how long they stay there, etc., etc. So this is one of the as I said, one of my favorite ones that we've implemented in quite a few now campuses, large campuses, and it shows how people now are actually recognizing the need and to go back to work, but in a safely and responsible manner. So, as we say in Splunk, global restart is possible when you have the right insights. And we are dealing with unprecedented business challenges, and it's very important to see how companies respond globally and how they communicate and execute in the eyes of the employees, because it's very critical also to their brand and business value. And we have a ton of data in our environment, and unlocking it and correlating it with the context of this challenge will only provide us a pathway out of this situation. And that's it from me today. I hope it was a valuable session. Next, we'll have Musab from SBM telling about their story on how they responded and utilizing their capabilities as an MSSP to provide customers with the support they required during these difficult times. And also, another big thing that we rely a lot on the partners is when it comes to these situations, you have to be able to rapidly develop new solutions, as we saw, and content that is specific to the challenge that you're facing. And SBM, with their great expertise in Splunk and a lot of resources that are focused on this, they were able to do quite a lot of work on this, and we'll see a bit more from Musab. So, Musab, let me make you you're a presenter, so you can. Okay, you started.
Okay, thank you, Dimitris. Thank you, Ragad. Thank you, Rami and Ayman. Actually, on this presentation, I want to highlight how SPM MSSP has responded to this pandemic. I give a title for this presentation, COVID-19 New Era of Cybersecurity. We all do believe that we all become a new situation suddenly, and we have all to respond to these situations in a way that's keeping our environment secure and providing a lot of feasibility to all our users and management levels. Before we starting on what we have done on SPM, I just want to highlight where we are now. Actually, most of organizations, they had a plan to move to the cloud. They want to apply many of digital transformations plans, but suddenly they have to apply all of these changes now. So we want to deploy all of our plans on just overnights. All the reports from most of the ISPs mentioned that all of the global networking demand spiked for 800% increase. And we noticed that the amount of the corporate initiated to the internet traffic have been dropped significantly. And most of the users now, they are working from homes, and we want to really make sure that they are working from homes and they are getting all the services and doing that in a secure way. And we do believe that most of the people now start believing on the cloud applications. So we want to make sure that we move to the cloud in the secure way. From security point of view, we noticed that there is a number of attacks just targeting this COVID-19 pandemic. There is a number of new registered fake domains focusing on the coronavirus. Most of the people start looking for coronavirus and become like a good source for attackers to use it as a paid for the peoples. They are looking for news or information about the coronavirus. There is a lot of campaigns of phishing emails have been sent using coronavirus news and coronavirus titles. A lot of malwares, spywares, and a lot of Trojans using coronavirus embedded on the maps and websites. And the most critical challenge that everything become remotely. Suddenly, we are monitoring remotely and we are working remotely. So we want to take care about all of these challenges in a rapid way. Just I want to highlight some facts have been highlighted by different resources. Microsoft, they mentioned that the attack volume have been spiked to millions a day during the first week on March. The WHO, they have announced that they have been targeted with a high number of email scams. Nokia, one of the biggest companies on the field of in the field of communications, they noticed that the DDoS have been increased 40 to 50% between February and May. Trend Micro, they noticed that there is a high number of emails, URLs, targeting the GCC area related to the coronavirus. With all of these facts, we have to respond rapidly to these changes, to these kind of attacks, so we can make sure that our customers and our clients are secure and the business will not be impacted with this pandemic. Okay, with all of these facts, we want to see how SBM team have responded to that. The first challenge was we, like all other companies, we have to work from home, and we want to keep serving our customers. The first initiative was enabling the business continuity plan that already prepared by the SBM SOC team. So we had a plan already prepared long time back that's covering any kind of disaster or such pandemics. We have applied this business continuity plan, so we make sure that we could be able to serve our customers even that our employees are not on the office. So we had some jump servers inside our environments to keep monitoring our clients without any interruptions. So our teams continue monitoring the clients from home, and they keep alerting them and monitoring their environments. Actually, on this challenge, this time we had two challenges. The first challenge was continuity planning and continuity serving the clients. We respond to that with these plans, and we do believe that we success to keep our customers secure on this time, and our service was not impacted, and we kept monitoring the clients with the same capabilities and same capacity of the systems. The other area that we focused on, that's the content enhancement. With all of these facts that I mentioned before and highlighted by Dimitris on his presentations, that there is a lot of attacks, there is a lot of new areas that people start focusing in. We need to shed some light on that. So in SBM, in area of the content enhancement, we have developed more than 30 use cases just focusing on this VPN and other areas of remote work. And we have developed more than 15 new dashboards. And the most, we can say that the biggest success of our team on this area was we have managed to create our own apps, which is remote access analytics apps. These apps have been developed by our team. This app have been shared, have been uploaded to the Splunk website and became available for all the people worldwide. These apps have been started by answering number of questions when we have received some queries from our clients. We try to conduct number of workshops to understand what are people interested on this period of time. We focused on the management expectations. We do believe that management now start focusing on the VPN access. They want to know what is the trend of the users' activities, what the people doing during this time, which system they are accessing, and how they're accessing that. We also were thinking it was not just about security. We start thinking about IT operations team. We have now a huge demand on the VPNs, so we want to give IT operations some views about how the VPN behaviors, how the people are connected, number of connected people, from where they are connected, what are the main resources that they have been consumed inside the environments, and so on. And also the most important part was the security. We do believe that with this remote access, it's become like one of the main attack vectors. There is a lot of attacks just targeting the VPN connections. So we track the suspicious activities. We want to track the accessing from uncommon countries, accessing from different locations at the same time. And also we try to think of giving people capabilities to investigate, because knowing the issues, it's we need to give a tool for a people, because with this uh, time VPN is widely used, so there is a huge amount of data. We want to give the people capabilities to easily investigate and track and respond to any kind of security or operation needs. So with all of these requirements, we have developed our apps. These apps, including the overview dashboards, that's giving the management information about the current connected peoples, number of connected peoples, and who is currently connected. And we are giving trends about the number of connected users among these months, and how many successful connections and from which countries. We try to highlight all the information that's the top management they are keen to know. Then we start focusing on the VPN activities for operations team to show the top connected users, the top visit destinations, which users connected to which machines, and the timeline, how many minutes or how many hours the users have been using the VPN environments. And also we focus on the security. We build number of use cases. These use cases focusing on VPN suspicious activities, connection from weird locations, new users just using the environments. Uh, we tracked using the same account from different locations in very short of time, because we do know that at this period of time, the moving from country to country or place to place, it was not available. So we start focusing on this area and highlight if there is some users connected from different locations. And we give the capability for investigations. We want to keep an eye for all the user activities when they become part of the environment, which users they have connected with. You will be able just to write the name. You can just write the destination. You can write the application that you want to track, and you will get all the information inside your environments from which user have been connected, and when to which destinations, using which protocols. All of these information could help the investigations team to track any activities inside the environments. Actually, we do believe it's not the end of the pandemic. We do believe that with ending this pandemic, people still or keep using the remote work. So we are working now to enhance our remote access analytics applications. We plan to issue the next version of it, which is version 2, in August 2020. In this version, we start supporting more vendors in terms of VPN appliances. Now we have limited number of VPN appliances that we are able to trace their inputs. We will be adding a new appliances from different vendors. Based on the feedback that we have received from the customer, from the SOC analyst, there is some of the more use cases we could add. Some of the new dashboards that could be added as well. So we do believe in August 2020, our new version of RA Remote Access Analytics will be published, inshallah, in SBM portal. That's all from my side. If there is any questions regarding the apps, regarding how SPM responds, you are welcome. Thank you all.
Thank you, Musab. So I think there is no questions. I don't know if we will wait for 1 minute or we will proceed for the quiz part. Okay. So I will share now my screen to go on the steps to begin the quiz. Okay, there is one question from Muhammad. How can we access the SBM portal?
Okay, actually, this app, it's available on Splunk base websites. We can share the links of the apps on the websites, and you need to have like a Splunk environment so you can install these apps on that environment. If you need any help on that, we are here to support, and just contact us and we will help you on that.
Now, from my side, again, thank you very much, everyone. Hope it was a valuable session. Thanks to SBM and Redington for setting this up.
Thank you. So thank you so much, team.
Thank you, Ragda. And thanks everyone for joining.